Hey, hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my first video of my YouTube channel. Actually, it's not my first YouTube video because actually I had producing, how can I say, hardstyle performing videos before, but now it was like 16 years ago, so I have chosen to keep them for myself. If you really want to see them, ask me. If not, it's all good. Doesn't matter. So for that, welcome everybody for my first YouTube video. I'm so happy and grateful and honored to have you here. Also, the reason that you see us is because you took a decision. And thank you for making that decision, for looking at my video. I'm really happy and grateful for you doing that. Also, the reason why I'm doing this, because I was procrastinating this so long. So, this year, I decided to take some courses, but also have made the decision to really come out, to come forward, to show who I am, what I've been through, what I'm going through. Because it's been, I don't have an easy life. I do believe everybody has his background, everybody has his challenges, has to overcome challenges, has to grow through things, or really grow through things. So for that, I want to, if it's okay, I want to share a little bit of my story. So, for those who know me or those who don't know me, my name is Dimitri van Parijs. I am originally from Belgium, originally actually from Nevelen. I'm a farmer's boy's son from Nevelen, like the famous Jim Rohn would say, I'm a farmer's boy's son. So I'm actually a farmer's boy's son from Nevelen. But the thing was my parents had like a divorce when I was 15 years old. For me, it wasn't the easiest period of my life. So it was really hard for me. It was really hard for me. I was a young boy growing up, had my things to grow up to, had my things to do. So when I was 15 years old, my parents had a divorce. And afterwards, I decided to do not, how can I say it? To not take care of me, but to go out and enjoy life. So what I started doing, I started drinking a bit, started going out. For me it was all good because I was with the public transport. The train, went out to do harder styles, like go to the famous discotheque called Complex in the time. So it was a really good place for me because over there I saw like, I like life, I love life. But at a certain point, I was like, there was a really small line between the things I love, but also the things I hate, the things that are addiction. In my opinion, actually, there's a real small line between addiction and between really liking it. So I started going out, started enjoying the music, started enjoying life actually. So with that, I started enjoying life. Later on, I got my license. So I started driving. Me as an 18 years guy old, had my license. The people pleaser that I was, decided to take two buddies with me to a club. Took them to a club. We went to a club, went out afterwards, after the club. I put them both home, but afterwards I decided, okay, I'm tired. I had worked a little bit before, I had worked some hours, but I decided hey, I will drive you guys home, but afterwards I will go home myself. I was really tired, that's true. And at the final place, from me going home, from actually going to the last friend's place to my home, it was like a 50-minute drive. The thing was, I'd never make it home. On the way home, I actually had a car accident. I don't know if some of you guys know or not, but I was 2 weeks in coma, 2 months in the hospital. I had to completely start walking again, start talking again, because everything here in my mouth was broken. Here everything was broken. I don't know if you guys see this. This actually saved my life. because I wasn't able to because this was everything broken. I wasn't able to actually breathe, to be who I was. So like you guys see, it's not easy to talk about this because hey, I was a young guy. I can see it as a mistake, or I can see it as a learning lesson. I saw it as a mistake for many years, but now I see it as a learning lesson. That's what helped make me stronger. Because actually I survived the car accident. It was a really big one, a really big car accident. I was 2 weeks in a coma, like I said. 2 months in the hospital. Had to learn how to walk again, how to talk again, how to breathe again, how to do everything all over again. It was not easy, so I had to learn to walk. I had 150 times I had to go to the kinesie, they say in Dutch, to learn how to walk again, because my ankle was broken. So for me also, before I was a big fitness guy. I loved going to the fitness. So I went to the fitness. I went to the fitness. So I gained some muscle. I was like at that point before the car accident, I was 72 kilos of my weight. I was 172 grind, so I was 72 kilos high. And after the car accident, after the hospital and the coma, I was only weighing 55 kilos. And that was for me. It was hard for me. Like I would say like this, but I was blaming. But what the most important thing was, I was still alive. That's true. I was so grateful, so happy. I'm grateful that I'm still alive. That was a learning lesson of me. But over years, multiple years, and I only noticed it the last few years, I was depressed. You know why? Do you know why I was depressed? Because I was blaming other people. I was blah, 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 other people. But I learned blame is a word, say it actually, blah, 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 me. So I was blaming other people, but I had to blame myself. It was my responsibility. It was my ownership. I was old enough to be able to drive. So I was old enough to make my own decisions. But still, hey, that was a less good decision, I can say it like that. But it's simple. I'm grown for that experience. I'm so happy and grateful that I've grown for that experience, because apparently it wasn't almost that experience. Apparently they still don't want me over there yet. So I'm here for a reason. I do believe I'm here for a reason. I do believe that I'm here for a reason. So that's why with the first YouTube video now, I hope some of you guys like it, and I really hope from the bottom of my heart it will touch 1 or 2 persons. It doesn't have to touch everybody. If it only touches 1 or 2 persons, I'm happy with that. And so even me taking the step already to do this is so good for me. And also so when I was a little bit older, I was blaming my parents, I was blaming the government, I was blaming everybody. So I decided to move, because I'm originally from Nevelen. Because my parents divorced, I moved to Alter, neighborhood of Alter. It's not far, it's between Ghent and Bruges, if some of you know. But later on I decided to move from Alter to Roeselare, because I saw, here I have a good investment opportunity. I can buy here an apartment. But as you know, as some of you know or some of you don't, it's okay. Being a farmer's boy's son, you're from nature. You see the places, you see the cows, you see nature, you see grass, you can see farther away. But now, in my opinion, it's not my best place. Now I am here. I live in an apartment, and in an apartment in the city center, you see a lot of rocks. But hey, it's all good for me. I learned my lessons here. I'm now. Again, Dimitri. There must have been a reason that I moved to Roeselare, of course, because I needed to learn some lessons. Actually, in my opinion, I am growth. I've moved to some lessons. Actually, as some of you know or not, 2017 I have decided to start trading, because I saw my uncle online making money with the stocks. I was like, how does he does that? He has like 5, 6 screens to make money online. He was like, And I was like, hey, how you do it? Yeah. It's too much, I will not explain you, but I saw a buddy of mine making online money. I was like, It was like making 1,000, 2,000 euros extra a month. I was like, bro, you have to teach me how to do it. But then in the beginning, my ego was in the way. So I learned, but I wasn't applying because there was only one person that was in the way. It was myself. So I learned from multiple places. I started with a network marketing company called IM. Then I moved to another company, moved to another company, because I thought they were the fault. But I learned if you say somebody, you're the one to blame. There are 3 fingers reaching back. So apparently I was the one to blame. So it was my fault. I wasn't good enough. I maybe was good enough, but I didn't do the action. Because I was a procrastinator. Because I was an avoider. Because now I stopped avoiding. I start taking action. So now, in my opinion, I do believe my life will be better. Because I have to see what's happened to me. So for that I was trading, but I wasn't fully committed to trading. I learned so later on I was going through some phases. At a certain point in time, I went to Tony Robbins. I don't know if anybody heard of Tony Robbins? Okay. So Tony Robbins was for me a great experience. I learned that was Unleash the Power Within. It was 2023. I was in Birmingham. I was there with Tony Robbins. It was an amazing event with over 10,000 people. I was like, wow. I was actually blown away from the event. So I was happy and grateful that I was there. I learned to meditate, learned to look at myself a little bit more. A half year later, I decided to go to National Achievers Congress, where I decided because Robert Kiyosaki was there. I don't know if anybody of you ever heard of Robert Kiyosaki. It was the person who explained the Rich Dad Poor Dad. You can either decide to work for money or let money work for you. In my opinion, actually you have to do both. Make sure you have a good basic income and make sure you have your extra money, making extra money online. Do the both, in my opinion. If you want to know more about it, just ask me. So for that, I went to Tony Robbins, met there nice people, multiple people. A half year later, I decided to go to the Millionaire Mind Intensive. Anybody have you heard of it? The Millionaire Mind Intensive helped me grow so much. Not only because of the Millionaire Mind Intensive, but because of the JAR system, the multiple systems that we learned there. And over there, I decided to take a course, but not just one course. It was one course. It was the Quantum Leap. The Quantum Leap is actually a course developed with 4 courses in it. I already did three. So later on I will do the 4th one. So this year I'll do the 4th one. But in the four different business days of business skills, like you can say it like you want, there you learn multiple things. The first one I went to was the Guerrilla Business Intensive. There I learned a little bit more about business. The next one I went to Train a Trainer. I learned public speaking. I learned the skills that I am starting applying here. And I will explain a little bit later in the video, or in my next videos coming up. But I learned there how to actually enroll with the person being there, because otherwise you will be like, how many of you like actually boring? I've been to a presentation and there was like a guy showing some clipboard, and not the clipboard. So I'm back. Actually, how many of you ever been to actually a presentation where they're like doing like a dia, where the multiple dias? They were like, yeah, now let's dim the light. Now I'm at dia 0.5000 with I don't know whatever. Or you have been to an event where the person on stage, where he really interacts with you. What have you do like best? This boring dias? Or the enthusiastic person that interacts with the persons. In my opinion, I would choose the second one. The guy over there also learned us, the brilliance is in the room. As a person on stage, actually even here, I don't want to be the smartest one. I just want to be the one interacting with you. I just want to be the person who interacts with you because, in my opinion, I learned some things and everybody learned some things. And if you can apply it together, it's like a mastermind. The more you mastermind together, the better you get, in my opinion. That's also one of the reasons why my life, stay quiet, why my life shifted so good lately, because I started taking action and I started talking to people, and I was like, before, I don't want to interrupt them, but now I speak my truth with compassion, of course, like some of you know, but indeed, like with compassion, I speak my truth. Not to hurt them, not to hurt them, anybody, but more like hey guy, hey woman, or hey girl, or hey man, I really care about you. Do this instead of this. Try to do this instead of this. It's not to hurt them, but they're like, hey, it's like a blind spot. In my opinion, I love when people see my blind spots. I also have blind spots, of course. Of course, I also have blind spots. That's why I'm here. That's why I want to improve. That's why I want to be better as a person. But I want to show people who I am. I'm just a humble butcher, just a normal, humble farmer's boy son from Belgium. But I started believing in myself. And then, in my opinion, if you start believing in yourself, people will start believing in you. So, after the trainer, I went to Warrior Camp. That's what really clicked for me. That was like a camp with entrepreneurs. Camp entrepreneurs where you really love, where you really learn to love yourself. And if you love yourself, other people will love you. But you have to love yourself, but don't have to be rude to other people. Learn how to communicate with people. Learn to listen. Learn to listen. And at a certain point, when you have to stay quiet, just to stay quiet. In my opinion, actually I can say, it's just my opinion, it's just my humble opinion. In my opinion, silence is the key. In multiple conversations, people want to talk, and talk. So in my opinion, just talk, listen. Talk, listen, talk, listen, talk, listen, and then maybe talk to this person. But if you really listen, then you hear what other people are saying. And if you hear what other people are saying, then you can grow into a better person. So if some of you know or not, I really love business, I really love trading, I really love helping and serving people. But also I need to learn how to love myself more, how to serve myself more. And the more I serve myself, the more I can serve you guys. Guys or girls. The more I can serve you. The better I grow at serving myself, the better I can grow at serving other persons. I can inspire people, because the car accident and then surviving from the car accident, it was some really deep experience. So with that, I admit it. Lately, I've been going through some rough battles that I have to push through. I don't have to put them away. I have to face them. I have to listen. Hey, how can I help? How can I do this? How can I do this? But only if I start asking the right questions. How can I handle it? How can I serve? How can I do this? In my opinion, just my humble opinion again, in my opinion, if you smile, if you show love, and you ask the right questions, then you can really serve and help people. But communication is key. So I don't want to make the first video too long. I'm already happy and grateful that everybody of you who really watched it, that they took the time and they took the energy to watch me speaking. Me, Dimitri van Parijs, I would never know that I was able to make this kind of content. So I'm grateful for me taking the step. For me, it's like a small win. But I learned also in Tony Robbins, if you have a small win, just take the win. Yeah, for me, it's like make your move. Make your move, he says. I have a move. My move is actually this. It's yes. It's yes. Saying yes. Be happy and grateful for that. So that you are... Celebrate your victories. Celebrate your wins. But in a good way, in my opinion. So guys, I'm so happy and grateful that you took the decision to look at me. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, all of you. I love that you came here. And I'm sending out some love for everybody. So, hey ho, let's go. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next side. Oh, actually, by the way, guys, I heard about YouTube. If you start liking the video and you start subscribing, that will really help me apparently. So if you do that, thank you for that. And otherwise, thank you. Hey ho, let's go and see you at the next video.